Hey Aries, how you doing? I'm here to do your extended reading by Ascendants, so extra weekly information for the week of April 20th, 2019 by Ascendant, starting with Aries Sun, Aries Ascendant. I'm going to do sort of follow the cards here. So ask for some divine guidance, like what's the message that comes from the divine. Take this as where are you on your transformational journey? Like, what's the next step? Or where are you headed? Or what's the journey? We'll see as they come out. And then, what's the energy that you should embody? Okay, and I'm going to use, I'll use this one, The Keepers of Light by Kyle Gray. This is the Zen Osho deck, or Osho Zen deck. It's actually it has a little bit dark energy, so I thought it would be good for that. And then this last one, I'm going to use the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. Okay, so let's get started. Aries Sun, Aries Ascendant, start with the Divine High Priestess energy for Aries Sun, Aries Ascendant for the week of April 20th, 2019. What message from the divine for Aries Sun, Aries Ascendant, week of April 20th, 2019. Soul Flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. That's interesting, particularly given the missing pie piece there that it talks about. Now this one. For Aries Sun, Aries Rising, week of April 20th, 2019. What is their transformational journey? I'm only going to take one of these. So possibilities. This is the Two of Wands in the regular deck. So it's about understanding, that there's a saying that says that we have as many past lives as an eagle flies over the mountain until it disappears. And so this is understanding. And it's interesting that there's a horse here. So it's about understanding the path that you have in front of you, but also your connection to your family, right? So what's the ancestral healing that needs to happen? What family lineage are you trying to heal and rewrite? So what are the new possibilities that lie over on the other side of the mountain? Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. So I really think, because that I haven't heard that that eagle flies over the mountain thing in quite a long time. So I feel like that's a very specific message. And I think it's about ancestral healing and healing the wounds of the past and the family, and what chironic energies your lineage has been bringing forward that you as a person have chosen to transform. Okay, and what energy does Aries Sun, Aries Ascendant need to embody this week of April 20th, 2019? Okay, so the Page of Swords. This is the messenger of air. And it's interesting that the page under the page. So there's kind of, and she's flying in the air. So look to your thoughts, I think, maybe with new eyes about how you can heal or transform this past hurt, into new energy, how you can take what comes from the past, what has hurt you in the past, relationships particularly, and transform that energy into something new, into new emotions and new thoughts. So I would say look at your past almost with innocent eyes, right? So instead of looking at your past as if it was jaded, perhaps look at it again with a renewed innocence. Okay? Now, let's do Aries Sun, Taurus Ascendant. What is written on the scrolls for Aries Sun, Taurus Ascendant from the Divine for the week of April 20th, 2019? Divine messages, Aries Sun, Taurus Ascendant. Faith, harmony and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Okay, now let's look at yours. What is Aries Sun, Taurus Ascendant? Take the top one. Courage. Okay, so this is you see how the flower is growing out of the rock, that where there is the faith the size of a seed of mustard, anything can be done. Even when it seems impossible, you can still make something grow. So have that faith that what you think is dead, or what you think cannot grow, in reality it can, if you stay in the light. Now let's get, what's the energy that Aries Sun, Taurus Ascendant should embody the week of, or could embody the week of April 20th, 2019. The Hermit. Okay, so you see how there's kind of like these glowing objects in all three of them. That's somewhere within you. I would advise to stay close to the light. Like, don't be taken in by the negative energy. Also here, you see how also this death card is, there's the sun over in the back, and that kind of echoes what's going on in these three illuminated objects. Stay in your light energy. Don't give in to the dark. But also the Hermit is a character of faith. You know, he searches for the light in the dark and that which illuminates. So have faith that whatever situation is going on is not impossible. Okay, Aries Sun, Gemini Ascendant. Aries Sun, Gemini Ascendant, what's on the scrolls from the Divine for Aries Sun, Gemini Ascendant, the week of April 20th, 2019. Hope. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And they're both this sort of young female energy there. Aries Sun, Gemini Ascendant. What's their transformational path? What's the next step? Oh, goodness. Okay. Feeling kind of left out. This is the Five of Pentacles. Excuse me. This is the Five of Pentacles in the regular deck. So you may be feeling like, you know, and see the colors are quite similar there. You may be feeling like you're on the outside looking in, and that everything wonderful is is closed off to you. And this actually says that that's not the case, that to stay in your loving thoughts, because love is actually yours. So you're not cast out, you're not being left out, you're not being ostracized. That perhaps that wall is there to protect you from something that you don't know, or perhaps at the right moment, because again, remember they're going through the gates there. You see those gates in the background? That at the right moment, those chains will fall away. So if you're like feeling a little bit isolated, a little bit left out, it's suggesting that's not necessary. What energy can Aries Sun, Gemini Ascendant embody the week of April 20th, 2019? I'll take the top one. Patience. Okay, so whatever you may be stressing over is just, look at the heart, it's just a matter of time. Okay, and that when I think I said this a few weeks ago in other readings, you cannot be late for divine timing. All due things come when they are ready. So have faith, have hope, because there is light on the other side of the gate. You just have to give it time to either get the key, have somebody open it up, or be ready to walk through those gates. Have patience and hope. Okay. Aries Sun, Cancer Ascendant. What is written on the scrolls from the divine for Aries Sun, Cancer Ascendant this week, April 20th, 2019? What message from the divine for Aries Sun, Cancer Ascendant the week of April 20th, 2000. Oh, goodness, just the one. Divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay. And this is very much also the North Node in Cancer, talking about unfolding piece by piece. You know, the nodes move through the sky backwards, but we live forward. And I believe it was Schopenhauer. No, not Schopenhauer. I can't remember who said it. He said, life is only understood backwards, but must be lived forwards. And this is sort of the travesty of the human experience, that we understand things only in hindsight. May I have for Aries Sun, Cancer Ascendant, the card about their transformation? Okay, going with the flow. And that's quite similar to this one. You know, there's divine order, things falling into place as they shall. You know, the tide is stronger than anyone, so it will take you where you need to go. This is also a bit to surrender to that lunar energy, because what makes these times so confusing for everyone is, since the North Node is in Cancer, it means that the moon rules our destiny. So the moon changes sign every 2 days, which can make us feel like we're on a constant roller coaster. And so we just kind of have to go with it. Like one day we feel more Aries, one day we feel more Taurus. So wherever the moon is what's guiding our destiny, which is why it can kind of feel like maybe we do like little pieces of everything at a time, but we never push things into a clear direction. What energy should... Okay. The Seven of Pentacles. So this is also the kind of patience, allow things to unfold as they need to. The seeds have been planted. When it's time for for the plants to blossom, they will. Okay. Let's do Leo. Aries Sun, Leo Ascendant. What is written on the scrolls for our Aries Sun, Leo Ascendant? It's the message from the Divine for Aries Sun, Leo Ascendant, week of April 20th, 2019. Okay. Oh, faith. This came out before. Okay, so stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Let's see what card comes up for your transformative journey. What card do we have for Aries Sun, Leo Ascendant as the next step on their, or where they're headed on their transformative journey? Control. Okay, so this is the King of Swords. And, you know, control is good to a certain point. And this is likely the Pluto going retrograde. So there will be a control issue that you may have to deal with. Perhaps there will be a sense of loss as you move into a different phase. I would invite you to look at the palms. Look at the difference in the palms here. You know, one is clenched and angry and the other is open. So be careful where your control is keeping you stuck. And when can you just, you know, maybe even like do exercises with your hands where you just kind of release the energy during the week. What energy can Aries Sun, Leo Ascendant embody the week of April 20th, 2019? What energy can they embody the week of April 20th? Seven of Air. Now this would be the Seven of Swords in the normal deck. This deck doesn't have any quote-unquote negative cards. That's why it's called the Good Tarot. And so here what you have is a fairy with 7 animals sharing information. Actually, quite ironically, the Seven of Swords in Waite's initial intention for the tarot was actually not negative. It has become negative over time. Okay, so you see how these two cards, these two sort of soft female blue peaceful energy cards are bookending this one in the middle, and I'll hold it up here. I would say pay attention to when you're in that middle energy and try and get into that blue energy. And as I said, if you just do some sort of exercise, like perhaps to just release your hands, be more open as opposed to controlling, that might help a little bit. Okay. Aries Sun, Virgo Ascendant. What divine message from the scrolls can you share with us? I'm going to take the bottom one because I saw it first. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Very nice. Good for you, Virgo. I'm sure that will be happy because I know my daughter's a Virgo Ascendant and she's constantly worried. And there's nothing you can say to make it go away. So I'm happy. I know when there's obstacles, it's tough. So it's nice to see some being removed. Now let's see for Aries Sun, Virgo Ascendant on their transformative path. What's the next stop, or what's the issue? What's the key issue regarding their transformative journey right now? Adventure. Okay, nice. So it's kind of like approaching, coming out of the dark. This is very similar to that mid-monthly reading, coming out of the dark and into the lightness. And this card invites you to, this is like Page of Pentacles, to approach life with a little bit as if it was a child. Look at the road ahead of you, not as that's interesting with the obstacles being removed. So moving forward to enjoy the journey as opposed to the destination, and look forward as opposed to fearfully. Look forward to the next, what comes next, because it actually looks quite nice. So let's get an energy. What energy can Aries Sun, Virgo Ascendant embody for the week of April 20th? Almost changed its mind. What energy can Aries Sun, Virgo Ascendant embody for the week of April 20th? There we go. Okay. 3 of Air. Now, in a normal deck, this is, in the Rider-Waite, this is the 3 of Swords. But in this deck, there are no negative cards. That's why it's called the Good Tarot. There are only positive energies. So you see, it's kind of like this. The air, they're not swords, they're birds. And birds are harbingers. So it looks like there's 3 messages that need to come in, or maybe that you have to share, or maybe there's like 3 things to share. There's some sort of messaging that will come in, and it's going to come from your intuition, because you see she's facing this way and the messengers are behind her. So this is kind of like it's going to come into her mind. So pay attention to how you think about the next steps, and shift the thinking into more of this more rainbow, lighthearted, power and fun kind of energy. Okay? Okay, let's do Libra. Aries Sun, Libra Ascendant. What is on the scrolls for our Aries Sun, Libra Ascendant? Diana, who is the goddess of Aries. So focused intention, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. Very nice. And for Aries Sun, Libra Ascendant for the week of April 20th, what messages can we give them about their transformative journey? April 20th, 2019, Aries Sun, Libra Ascendant. Aries Sun, Libra Ascendant, week of April 20th. Okay, slowing down. Okay, this is a Knight of Pentacles. And as you can see, it's sort of turtle energy as it heads to the water. And it's interesting because you see how this death and the turtle are going in 2 different directions. So it's actually about, and here, look at that, you have the same moon repeated. Those 2 images. So your intuition's super on point. You know where you're going. And I think I said this in the weekly reading. You have very clear where you're going to be shooting this arrow. There's no rush. And this is likely also that Pluto retrograde card. So things may start slowing down for you a little bit. You might see a little less progress. Perhaps this crossover into this threshold needs to wait a minute because there's still something else that needs to be done. So don't worry if things stall. take it. There we go. And King of Swords. Yeah, so it's like rational thinking dominates over what's happening. Don't just be like cool, calm, and collected. Don't, if something happens to stall your path or goes backwards a little bit, don't worry, because expect the best possible outcome. So things may take a little bit longer than you had expected, but it's not cause for alarm. Let's do Scorpio. Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant. Can you tell me what is written on the Divine Scrolls there for our Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant, the week of April 20th, 2019. Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant. Divine messages for Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant. Alright, I'm going to take this one. Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. And this also has come up for the last two readings. So that's quite on point there. Let's get for Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant, some information about their transformative journey. What message does Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant need to hear about their transformation procession? Oh, goodness. I'm going to just take that first one. Okay, so this came up for Virgo as well. Coming out of the light into the darkness, things may have felt a little bit gloomy beforehand, but to approach the next phase of this path with the innocence and lightness of a child. Okay, what energy can Aries Sun, Scorpio Ascendant embody for the week of April 20th, 2019? What energy can Aries... King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is for a water sign to embody the maximum expression of earth energy. So to be very grounded, perhaps move into that Taurus sun as much as possible. To stay with your feet on the ground. Moving into your true self also, so it says rise above the darkness, the light is here. And how to make that actually quite concrete with your feet on the ground. Okay. Okay. Aries Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant, week of April 20th, 2019. May I have what's written on the Divine Scrolls for Aries Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant? Whoop. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. Okay, and that's got that glowing, it's all about the heart chakra. So to move into that heart chakra energy this week. What advice can we give, or what words does Aries Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant need to hear about their transformative journey right now? For the week of April 20th, 2019. Take it. Awareness. Okay, so you see how, so this is like a really transformation card. You see how there's like a real person starting to emerge from the shadows as they move, as this sort of other entity fades away. when you take off the mask, the true self starts to emerge. And this light, so this divine light that you have inside of you that you're being asked to use to heal others, must be full before you can do so. So for those of you who are feeling like really down, tired, like you've given up all your energy, maybe you're in karmic soulmate relationships and the other people have sucked the life out of you. You need take some time to rest and recharge and turn this sort of gray blueness into a vibrant green. And the way you do that is by taking care of yourself. Can we have a card for the energy that Aries Sun, Sagittarius Ascendant can embody for the week of April 20th, 2019? The Sun. There you go. So maybe if you live by the beach, get outside, enjoy the sun, soak it up. You see how there's also that green background. It would appear that you are in need of light, vitamin D, contact with nature. You need to move out of this cold, dark, gray energy into something much more warmer. So if you're going on vacation, that's great. Take care of yourself. If you're not going on vacation, if you can spend some time outside and soak up the sun when it's there. If not, visualize sunflowers, yellow flowers inside your house and spend some time focusing on them. Do what's comfortable for you to get yourself into this sort of warm, vibrant energy and out of this sort of cold, gray, shapeless, you can see it. I don't need to tell you. Okay. Capricorn. Aries Sun, Capricorn Ascendant. What is written on the Divine Scrolls for our Aries Sun, Capricorn Ascendant for the week of April 20th, 2019? What message is it? There we go. Again, this is the third time I got this one. It's the Faith card. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Okay, let's see what else comes up. What messages do we have for Aries Sun, Capricorn Ascendant regarding their transformative journey the week of April 20th, 2019? Transformation. All right. Yeah, well, you guys have Saturn, Pluto, and the South Node. So there's a lot of that. Go and look. Death card under Death card. So you're really, really in line. And look at that. I mean, this weekly reading is a perfect reflection of your personal advice. Can we have a card on the energy that Aries Sun, Capricorn Ascendant can embody for the week of April 20th, 2019? Hoopala. Temptation. Be aware of all that glitters isn't gold. Be aware of what people are trying to sell you. Also be aware of false myths. We tend to consider an apple to be an element of evil, but it's a fruit. So pay attention to stories that people are telling you to try and emotionally manipulate you. And just beware of that which is true and that which is false. Okay. Aquarius. What is on the scrolls for Aries Sun, Aquarius Ascendant, April 20th, 2019? What message from the divine for Aries Sun, Aquarius Ascendant, April 20th, 2019? Aries Sun, Aquarius Ascendant. Okay, there you go. All right, this came up before too. Divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. This came up for Sagittarius Ascendants as well. Let's see where you are, what messages we have for Aries Sun, Aquarius Ascendant on their transformative journey. What messages do we have for Aries Sun, Aquarius Ascendant for the week of April 20th, 2019 on their transformative journey? Okay, interesting. Slowing down. I can't remember who else got this. I think it might be Libra. Another air sign. Interesting. I'll talk about that in a second. Let's get the energy that Aries Sun, Aquarius Ascendant can embody for the week of April 20th, 2019. Nine of Wands. Okay, so there may be something, as you can see, these two pieces go in opposite directions. Okay. So there may be something that slows you down. Nine of Wands is like the last battle stand, and you may feel exhausted and weary from the battle, even though that, I'm taking from the other tarot card. And so it's asking you to take a rest because you need to recharge your light inside. This is fourth chakra energy. So really spend time with things that you love, that make you glow inside. And don't be afraid to take a break, or if things for a moment have to go in another direction, because if you have gotten to this point exhausted, you can't get to the last chapter, can't walk through the gates unless you are fully charged. So take some time for yourself to put yourself back into your best energy. And finally, Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant. What is written on the Divine Scrolls this week for Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant? Week of April 20th, 2019. Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant. Life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Oh la la. That sounds like fun. Also here with the moon again. You see the moon and the High Priestess? So your intuition is on point. Pisces intuition is usually always on point. And you have these kind of ram here. So that's quite interesting. You're showing up really strongly in this image, the Aryan female with the Pisces intuition. Can I have any messages for Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant regarding their transformative journey? What messages for Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant the week of April 20th, 2019? Maturity. This is a lovely card. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. And it's about coming into a phase of lots of growth and lots of, you see all the flowers there and how she's adorned in that, and behind the High Priestess there's all the pomegranates. So this is the beginning of a very fruitful period for you. Particularly through your driving passion. So that, and this is very directly tied to the moon in, gosh, the sun in Taurus, because it's kind of that earthly energy, and Venus is about pleasure and that which brings us pleasure. So that Venus moving out of Pisces and into Aries is asking you to really sort of embody that Venusian energy right now. So to move towards things that bring you pleasure. Food, cooking, sex, music, film, whatever that is, it will bring you a sense of blossoming and abundance. Now let's see, what energy can Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant embody this week of April 20th, 2019? Five of Earth. Okay, so you see how she's sort of rooted. There's all these sort of tree images here about people being planted and beginning to blossom, growing through the earth and starting to awaken and enliven and give fruit. So that is a very nice energy. So Pisces, Aries Sun, Pisces Ascendant, really enjoy this Taurus aspect, this Venus in Aries and this Sun in Taurus. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope these have been helpful. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.